Arion Kurtaj, an 18-year-old from Oxford, England, has become a notorious figure in the cybersecurity world, and for good reason. He was recently given a life sentence for single-handedly hacking the highly anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6, GTA 6, much to the consternation of Rockstar, the makers of the game. But that hack was really just the last straw. Kurtaj had been involved in a number of other hacks of high-profile companies and individuals before that. So as far as many people were concerned, it was only a matter of time and intelligence before he was caught. Kurtaj generally did not work alone though. He was a key member of the infamous Lapsus hacking group, responsible for a string of cyber attacks starting in 2021. Their first attack was a brazen one against Brazil's Ministry of Health website. They infiltrated the website, deleted up to 50 terabytes of data from the internal servers, and then asked the ministry to contact them if they wanted their data back. Since that first attack, their victim portfolio has expanded to include big brands and tech giants like Uber, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Rockstar Games, the developers of GTA 6. But what most regular people find particularly offensive is that they also targeted individuals, specifically EE users, sending them threatening messages and asking for EE to pay them a certain amount of money or suffer having tons of data exposed. Probably worse is the fact that they hacked many cryptocurrency wallets, stealing people's hard-earned money. If you would believe it, the members of this group are not actually adults. Like Kurtaj, most of them are teenagers, but to hear the outrageous monetary demands that they make, you might think that they are a lot older than they actually are. What's more, the amount of brainpower, conman skills, and technology know-how that they put into their hacks might suggest that the members have been around for a while, but most of them are quite young, which might explain why they are never quiet about their successes. They tend to celebrate their hacks on Telegram, and even take things a step further by taunting the victims. In spite of this, Kurtaj is one of only 2 members of this hack group that has been caught so far. The others are still at large and have probably continued their hacking. This is a huge possibility because even under custody, Kurtaj continued to hack. He was out on bail and under police protection at a Travelodge hotel for hacking both Nvidia and BTEE when he hacked GTA 6. What's even more interesting about this hack is the fact that his laptop had been confiscated. He managed the hack with just his mobile phone, the hotel's TV, and an Amazon Fire Stick. As always, Kurtaj did not stop at hacking the game. He managed to break into Rockstar's Slack messaging system to announce that he had taken 90 clips of the unreleased game and would start releasing the source code if they didn't contact him on Telegram in 24 hours. Not too long after that, he went ahead and posted the clips and source code on a different forum. It was this action that led to his most recent arrest and eventual sentencing for life. I should make it clear at this point though, that his life sentence is not to be spent in prison. He was deemed unfit to stand trial because of his severe autism. So, the trial was mostly to determine whether or not he had committed a crime and not whether or not there was criminal intent. And this was in spite of the fact that he has continued to publicly express his desire to commit more cybercrimes whenever he has the opportunity. His defense team tried to do what they were paid to do though, but considering that Kurtaj has been quite vocal about his conquest, getting him discharged and acquitted would have been basically impossible. They really just tried to get him a reduced sentence, and their biggest line of defense was that Kurtaj's hacks have not exactly caused serious harm. They referenced the fact that Rockstar released the trailer for GTA 6 months after it was leaked, and the trailer still amassed millions of views in just 4 days after it was launched. Their argument was that millions of views in 4 days is so impressive that it shows that the leak didn't really change much. However, the presiding judge, Her Honor Judge Lees, countered that with the fact that Rockstar is not the only person or entity that has been hacked by Kurtaj and Lapsus. So even if the leaks did not cost Rockstar anything, Lapsus has basically stolen money from regular individuals and some other companies by hacking into crypto wallets and other secure spaces. Also, Rockstar told the court that the leak actually lost them about $5 million and thousands of hours of labor time. So there is that. As was mentioned earlier, Kurtaj has been given a life sentence which he will spend in a secure hospital. However, he stands the chance of being released sometime in the future if the attending doctors deem him no longer a danger. The chances of this happening anytime soon are really slim though. For one, Kurtaj has not shifted on his position to hack as soon as he can find the means. And secondly, there are reports that he has been violent even under custody, causing injuries to people and property damage. The other Lapsus member that has been caught is even younger than Kurtaj at 17. In fact, it's because he's not yet a legal adult that his name has not been announced to the public. But he was tried in the same trial as Kurtaj and was found guilty of the same charges, aside from the hack of GTA 6. Because of his age, the young man was sentenced to an 18-month-long youth rehabilitation order and will be under intense supervision for the entire time. He has also been banned from using VPNs during this period. Unlike Kurtaj, though, this nameless 17-year-old was also sentenced for basically stalking and harassing two young women. And it looks like that 18-month sentence accounts for both the offense of hacking and the offense of stalking and harassment. That said, there are no official records of how much Lapsus has made from their cybercrimes, and we'll probably never know because none of the companies have mentioned whether or not they paid the money that the group asked for. The group has also refused to provide the passwords of the crypto wallets that they hacked, so there's no way to know for sure how much in cryptocurrencies they have made away with. However, if those companies did pay what they were asked to in exchange for their data, it's safe to say that the members of Lapsus are now rich. Meanwhile, law enforcement agents are still on the lookout for the other members of Lapsus. Apparently, the members of Lapsus are from the UK and some from Brazil, but because their hacks have affected businesses and individuals outside of these countries, the law enforcement efforts are basically international. As for Kurtaj, it looks like he'll be staying in that secure hospital for a while yet.